It's working? Okay. So basically, sorry for the slides at machine. The Linux didn't like to talk for some reason here. And then the idea today is talking about how we are using QtCreator inside BMW and BMW Car IT. We are basically the software part engineering inside. Okay, we got the slides, but to the end, I think we could go first. Okay, wait. There we go. So, and the BMW Car IT is basically the software part engineer inside BMW. Is sitting in Ulm, in the near Munich. There is a site specialized on software engineer. I'm part of the integration team, and we are taking care about QtCreator is used and how it's used inside as a tool to help the internal developers to the next head units for the cars for the BMW. Sorry. Let's go. No, okay. So my original story, I joined this last year in Car IT, but I come from Qt KDE and C++ projects and several years about working on distributions. That's why I end up working with in the integration team. And how is the project started? The project started itself as a solution for head unit development. It's like internal solution, since everything the software, every part of the software is developed inside several teams sparse on the whole BMW sites. So the partners and third-party developers, you consider as internal third-party developers, are basically doing, how can I say, exclusive C++ development and exactly using Qt, but then it's impossible to manage the several areas that they're using because everyone is using a different system. And the goal of after the head unit is completely unique, but the original part of who is developing and how the people are developing is different. So the QtCreator is the only possible solution at this moment that we can have an environment that actually can use it on both sides. The project started originally before me by Dr. Masha Kuvatov from KIT, and is basically we are using as the head unit at SDK. Our SDK is basically different from the standard two chains that there, because we have a full SDK that connects directly to the head unit. It's Yocto based and a similar way of JOHOOT, but is not exactly the same thing. The code completion, the native on top of native SDK is the one of things that was complex to do it in QtCreator right now, because since we installing things in the SDK and not in the whole system, we are not able to have two paths of similar code completions, and this is most important for several complex C++ projects. And then the connected deploy part for the header units on secure network, because every kind of header unit has some special protocol to connect itself. So if you want to have remote debugging, that's it and what is in the project. So the basic requisites that we have a plugin to control the SDK and the respective toolchain inside the SDK. We have an integration with the development environment, is meaning that every kind of software needs to be integrated in some way to make it easy to develop. We have dynamic code completion. It means it's not like every project right now in QtCreator. It's just you need to load the project and then doing everything there. And then if something new happens, you need to close QtCreator and start again to the parsing. It's not just simple to open a new project. And deployment to the header unit. This is part that's becoming more complex then. So the current plugins. This requires modifications to the main source code. It means we need the main source code, not only the plugin, and this makes things difficult in terms of maintenance. Can't be compiled standalone. This part, actually, I'm happy to say that guys from QtCreator already provide me the solution to how to fix this on QtCon and Berlin. And then we end the path and solve that. And as soon as we get clearance inside, we provide patches to make it possible. So the whole idea now is that every plugin can be compiled independently of QtCreator, and this will make very happy everyone, so that we can have small modules and very customized one. Manual first setup on SDK. This is one problem that everyone's have, and we need to. And we thought actually that this is not necessarily in the future. We're thinking about how to solve this problem at the point that you just say that if you have control on your plugin, you can actually automatically set up the environment without every time putting the tedious paths, tedious compiler and everything. This today is very annoying because every new developer passes for this, and every time we depend for the different input for someone else. And the limitation of the network environment, that is one huge problem, because every time that we improve something in the communication methods, it means that we need to port back to Qt or QtCreator and make it communicates on this protocol in secure way or not, doesn't matter. It means that this is one key point that we need to improve more. The plugin planning next. So, to improve the plugin system, to not need any external code beyond QtCreator and contribute upstream. This is the key point of the whole thing. This will be done soon about the first part of plugins being compiled separated from the QtCreator. It means that's very easy to everyone take care about plugins. Why people are concerned with this? Because everyone can allegate that it's okay, we can just compile QtCreator today and can keep maintaining not that much the code is provided. But then you're thinking about that you go to the third-party developers, or you go to the other companies that developing for you, they are using different systems. They are using different Linux systems that are even using Windows. So how you can compile itself a QtCreator for every kind of possible distribution, and maybe for Windows and your customers. That's why you need to just take care about the plugins and provide this. Discuss the plugin compilation outside. Automated initial setup for scripting based on the installing framework. It means that this can install in every kind of possible place. When we're talking about a small contained development team that we had in our office is about 20 people, it's okay. We don't care too much about that. When you're talking about 1,000 persons working in a single project in different sites, this is most important that make it automatic. And the security management, as I talked there. So, the integration today, how we are the status? We are limited to Ubuntu Linux systems. We require custom packaging. It means like every time we need to compile a new QtCreator, every time we need some updates. Deploy only a clean setup. It means no configuration at all. And you know that all developers do exactly the same with each other, right? Everyone keeps the same environment on your machine, on your guy on right their side. Doesn't matter if you have an IT department that says, no, your environment is closed. Developers always find a way to screw up their machines. And that's why you need something that to make easier to control. And today we demand full source code recompilation. It's the next planning. Embrace the most significant LTS distros. It means for Linux, we want to get at least to have a Red Hat Enterprise. We had at Ubuntu LTS and SUSE LTS. Deploy the plugin only because we don't want to care anymore maintaining that. Predefined setup for installed SDK and mostly automated by Qt installer. This is things that are completely achievable right now. We end the go there. And recompiled only plugin on new release. This need to be proved. We know that the goals is that. So the code completion today, this is most important. We need modification of source code detection because every time you need to add new paths and new areas different, if, for example, it's complex to tell the system that you can have a SDK that has a C++ compiler and the whole lib standard C, and at the same time your system have the lib standard C. So this is what makes very complex today to put a lot of things in there. It's restricted to the old parser model. Since we're still using in QtCreator 3.6, it means that we don't have CLang available yet. We use the SDK but not the system. It's like we can just use at some point only the SDK or the system, not both at the same time. It's not acceptable right now. And we don't have clear separation and what is native and what is SDK content. This makes complex thing. So then what is the code completion explaining? Extra header parsing. This is on the way. New powerful LLVM Clang parsing model deployed by QtCreator 4 series. This is actually pretty much important because this is make the things very faster and very comprehensible to work and takes the burden of taking care about the parsing system. And using the system and SDK headers. This is something that is not yet on QtCreator. Maybe we try to propose, but you have a possibility to select exactly which kind of things we want to parsing or not on the runtime. This will be very useful for people that use different toolchains or SDKs. So, deployment and debugging on the head unit. Connection to development unit and to secure network is not switchable. We need to patch different kind of algorithms on anything. So this is not easily adapted for previous or future projects. We're not talking, for now, we are using in the next future head unit for the couple of years releases, but we're still maintaining development things that comes from 10 years basically. That's the time that code of car keeps alive. We're thinking about even things that coming from like i3 that is pretty much recent, but then still released and before this project. So this makes difficult. We want to go away from the QtCreator 3 series. This is a big jump for us. And then on QtCreator 4 series, possible to set up different network models, and this will be a great thing. So, what to expect to the future? So, if you I think everyone see, but this is the cars that we present on the 100 years of BMW on our anniversary. So, the future, we adapt the current plugin to the new QtCreator Series 4. This is actually done already from QtCon to the QtWS in 1 month. We are able to do that. It's happy there. It's improve the relationship, providing contributions to QtCreator. We have a special method to contribute to open source, and we are sorting out actually to provide this to upstream and start to talk. And after we sorted that, and we will be able to do that. And evaluate the possibility to make QtCreator work with the past and future head units with single install base. This is a very bold thing. And make a better driving world. This is the most important. And if you're thinking about how this project is going towards the future, is like, if needed to compute something there, we want to have a single environment that people can go there, install it, and starting to develop them. This is still be a thing that makes every part of work easy, because every time the third-party suppliers is difficult. We get to reteach every time for new project and new developers and changing developers, and that's why we are going for that. So I got my 5 minutes actually decide, and then. We are hiring open source people there. Please, if you're interested, talk to us. Thank you. And
questions?
You mentioned Ubuntu as a platform for your work. What is your connection with the Geneva Alliance?
Sorry?
What is your role, your group's role in connection with the Geneva Alliance?
Genevieve.
Genevieve. You call
Yeah.
it Genevieve, yeah.
Okay, yes. Right now, this is the architects team of the Car IT are in talks with all the releases, Linux automotive industry and Genevieve project, and then actually with the Qt guys too. So I can say that at that exactly moment we have a Yocto-based platform on top of Ubuntu Linux. We are not directly tied with all the automotive process yet, but we are in talks that this is a process that is long term to be defined. So this is actually in the hands of the architects team and management.
What are actually the features which you put in the plugin, means which you add to the QtCreator? Means what are those features which are not there already and you added?
Okay, and this basically is exactly what I said in the talk. One of the features that you put in the current plugin is not the future one. The current plugin, what we have in right now, is that we need to patch it for parsing the source code inside the SDK. That is exactly like any Qt SDK is a special one with native SDK components and everything there, the Qt compiler. We actually put the way how it communicates to remote debugging with algorithms there. And in this case, it's SSL, basically, and the previous one. And the process how to deploy thing. This is basically the three things, because it's, we can't go any much further. We actually have a plan to put the APK, the system has a package management for Yocto, and we are planning, since we are dealing exactly with SDK inside, planning maybe put a small package manager inside the plugin for that. From QtCreator, that's mean easy to people install the need software there. But we can now go much further beyond that for now.
Regarding plugin enhancements, one thing I miss is the ability to selectively run unit tests from the IDE. Did you consider that? Are there plugins I'm not familiar with that gives you JUnit-like capability in Eclipse in the QtCreator environment?
Well, if you consider it about QtCreator itself and Qt projects, regular Qt projects, you can separate about making tests or no. And our base is using more CMake than QMake itself. And in our project is usually based on unit tests in general. So the point of view of our plugins is everything is there. We just need to change the CMake to compile it or not. By default, everything is compiled, but there's no specific thing that you turn on and off the unit test or say the unit test. This is still. I actually don't remember anything else inside the QtCreator area.